Morning. How's everyone? Hope you're keeping well. We're here again with a review of the US markets, the US dollar, Bitcoin, oil, and gold. So, the massacre in bloodbath across the markets continues with no end in sight to the US Israel Iran conflict. The markets are on a tailspin. The election of the new leader, Mujtaba Khamenei, son of the slain leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, Ali Khamenei, as sent the markets into a tailspin. Barely an hour after the announcement that he has been selected as the new leader, oil shot through the $100 a barrel mark, shot up to almost $115 a barrel. And as a result, there was a broad based equity sell off across the world. At one point, there was a 2% drop in most markets across the world. However, the markets pared some of their losses after the G7 leaders announced a meeting to come up with a plan to mobilize their oil reserves, and that enabled the markets to pare some of their losses. However, the markets are still about 1% below their closing level of Friday. The Iran conflict seems to have no end in sight. The election of the new leader, um, about whom Donald Trump had clearly said that he would not want him to be the next leader, has shown that Iran remains defiant. Donald Trump has voiced his displeasure over this. Israel has gone on to say that he is an unequivocal target. Therefore, it seems that Iran remains defiant, and so do the United States and Israel. Any diplomatic efforts to end this conflict seem to be going nowhere at this point in time, and it seems that Iran is also willing to push this given the comment from the commander of the IRGC, who said that they are prepared for an intense war for the next 6 months. Therefore, the markets are pricing in a prolonged conflict, hence a drop in the markets. With that, oil has gone through the roof and is hovering around the $108 mark at this point. Bitcoin has also been taking a hit, dropped to about 65,500, is now at the 68,000 mark. Gold prices have come down. It went up to almost 5,200, but has come down to 5,080, 5,100 ever since the dollar has strengthened. And because of the strength in the dollar, the euro is taking a hit, and the dollar remains strong. So at this point in time, it seems that the markets are trying to recover from their losses, but I have a feeling that once the markets open, the hit that the futures have taken will only get worse. So be prepared for that. Um, and the markets are also concerned about the inflation reports, which are going to be coming out this week. The PPI numbers came out hotter than expected last week. The CPI numbers are coming out on Wednesday, and the market is expecting it to be 0.2% hotter than the previous month. And even if it is not, the markets are already worried about inflation going up because of the increase in oil prices. So, eventful week for the markets. We will keep you posted, so please stay tuned for more.